came back, it didn't stop. It just kept going, and it shoved up brand new pressure ridges, and we got our fuel back. but we got a new pressure ridge too.
Yeah. So when you were floating around, you were how far from the North Pole?
Well, I don't know exactly how far from the North Pole we were. Generally speaking, the little cap that you see on top of the globe, we were under that.
Okay. Yeah. I don't know what I was reading here. 179 north.
Yeah, we were.
We're 100. It was 100 something.
I think we were the farthest north of anything they ever had.
And 180 north is North Pole.
North Pole, yeah.
Yeah. Huh. I'll have to look that up. Well, I get time here, but this is building the same one, or building a different one?
That's one.
That's your outpost.
Yeah, that's where we did the observations on this to see where we were all the time, how much we moved each day.
And how accurate is that?
We figured it was within a mile.
And you didn't really use the compass reading then for anything.
No, you had to do it on stars.
Right. Because your compass probably wasn't working real well.
Well, and up there, it points up anyhow.
Points up?
Yeah. Or down. It's the South Pole.
Right. Okay. So what kind of plane is this?
So that was on our way going up there. This was at the airfield. This is not on the flow, but this says we were getting ready to go up there. This is where we staged from this area, and I happened to be there, and I got a picture of it. That's all. But
it's an odd-looking plane. It's like two fuselages.
Well, that thing opened up,
and
they drove things in.
But they didn't land that up there.
No.
Yeah.
Now they may have opened up the back end and parachuted them out of that back thing.
Yeah. It looks like it's kind of chilly there in Fairbanks. But
yeah.
And that's some kind of sled you have for...
That's what we had outside of our Quonset hut. Everybody had one of those sitting out there. We're supposed to make sure that it was loose and we could grab a hold of it and go anytime.
Oh, that was like the reserve supplies, sleeping bags,
food and stuff. So if things got really bad and unusual, we had that to go.
That was your escape hatch.
That's right.
Hook onto it and drag it.
That's right.
Well, you got to have something, I guess. That was probably more for morale than anything. That if...
we never had to use them, but, it's like when we first went up there, we had to carry guns. They made us carry guns all the time because of polar bears and so forth. And polar bears never showed up in the first 2 or 3 weeks, and we were tired of carrying the guns around. Said, forget those. And they said, well, let's get us a dog up here. So they did get a dog. And they said, let the dog bark, and that'll be warning enough. But when the polar bear came around, the dog never barked anyhow. So
you had one polar bear incident.
We had one polar bear incident.
And that was at night or in the
that was during the when it was dark. Yeah. I went out to release the radio sound, and I noticed the runway lights went out. So I called up the major, and I said, runway lights just went out, and he said, well, I'll send somebody down to check it out. So he sent 2 guys down. They took the lanterns and the dog, they went running down the runway, and they got down close to the end of the runway, and saw a light turned over. They set their lamp down, and when they set it down, he says, "Is this a polar bear track?" And the guy says, "Well, I don't know. I think it is." But they didn't have a gun, they didn't have anything but that dog with them. And they took off down the runway and left the lantern there. And that's where the dog thought they were playing, and the dog jumped up on, because he's a big husky, he jumped up on Sam's back. Sam thought it was a polar bear, and it just scared him to death. He was telling us about it when he got up there. He was holding a cup of coffee, and that's 2 hours later, he still couldn't hold that sucker still.
Well, at least they marked where the damage was.
Right.
With
when they went down later, and then they followed it around, they found out it was a polar bear and a cub. But
wow,
they were upwind from the camp, and they took off in the same direction they came in. So they never smelled food or anything, and
they must have got a little bit of a shock if they
could have, and they took off, and we were never bothered after that. That was just one time. That was it.
That might have been what kept them from coming back.
Right.
A little electric shock, electric fence kind of activity.
Right.
So what's this? This is melting ice, or?
Yeah. Now that's where we took a shower and everything. And what you do, you use all the water you want. We had a line pointed on there, and you go take a shower. And after you got your shower and everything, you use all the water you want. When you get through, you go out and get these chunks of ice and bring it in, and dump them back in there, and bring the level back up to where it was when you started. So the next guy would have water.
I see. So that's your shower water.
That's right.
So you could use all you want, but you had to go bring ice to replace it.
That's right.
Yeah. So does that make for shorter showers that way?
Probably.
But it was plenty hot. The water.
Yeah. We had a heater that would heat the water. It was.
There's a lantern in there. That's just backup lighting.
Right.
Or power outages or something. Okay. And then I see the Quonset hut steel.
No, it's
Well, it's a steel
no,
frame.
it's wood.
Oh, it's a wood frame.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Wood frame with like an insulated tent.
Right.
Wonder if they still use those.
They probably do. They're pretty efficient
Something
and lightweight.
Yeah. And you can keep them pretty well heated. I mean, people aren't wearing big coats inside there.
Right.
Even in the wintertime, it would be pretty warm.
And they had a wash machine and a dryer. You wash your clothes.
So how many of those huts were there?
Just that one for 40 people. I mean, one that had the dryer.
Oh, no, yeah, but one washer and dryer for 40 people?
Yeah.
Oh. So it got pretty heavy.
It got used, yeah.
And you didn't wash your clothes every day?
Oh, no. No.
What is this over here? This is the wringer.
Wringer, that's a washing machine.
Okay, so he's got the dryer open, and then you got a washing machine with the wringer to.
Right.
Instead of a spin cycle, you got a wringer to wring the water out. But how many Quonset huts were there? It was like 26.
Oh, there were. Yeah, let's see. There were 40 of us all together, and they generally had about 4 people to a Quonset hut.
For sleeping quarters, then you had like a mess hall.
Right.
Okay.